Hello and what is going on, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. So like I said in the last video, so we obviously completed the roof, as you can see in the background here. Now we're going to be making a door, so the door is going to be right here. So it's sort of on, like, I don't know, it's sort of like it's hard to explain, but this side is slightly further back than that side over here. So and it goes down on a hill. So what I'm going to do is there's a log that I found over there that I reckon will fit perfectly in here, and I might even dig out a little bit in here, and then that way it's going to be slightly risen a bit, but I think it should work. It'll help stabilize the wall between on the sides of the door as well. So I think now this log that I'm looking at is probably about this thick. That's going to be, my arms are still sore from coming out yesterday, and oh, I'm buggered just from walking out here, eh? So anyway, we're going to go get that log, we'll drag it over, cut it into shape, and then we'll take the bark off it and try and set a nice stable position for the base of the door frame. So let's do it. Oh damn, I thought this was longer than this, but so all this part's dead and full of spiders and crap, and yeah. So anyway, I think pick up the GoPro for a sec. So you can see it's gonna fit perfect. Well, it was, and then right here. So I'm gonna cut off this dead part. Maybe might even be worth going to get another log, to be honest. But I might cut it off to from about here onwards. But then I can fix, because that'll leave a little gap here, but I can fix that. So actually, I think we'll do that. All right, so let's cut off here, and I think then we'll try and put in a couple of poles in the middle to stabilize the door frame a little bit more. Right. There we go. So it was a bit dead, but now that I've cut it so short, I'm a little yeah, I didn't realize it was going to come back this far. Oh, we can make it work anyway. We can make it work, boys and girls. So just to hold this log in, since it doesn't go all the way to the end here, I've just whacked in these two little poles. They're quite sturdy, as you can see here. This one's a little bit wobbly, but I'm going to lash them together like this, and that should hold this log nice and sturdy here. And then I'm going to put one in just at the base there. So then I'm going to get my hatchet and I'm going to run an edge along this to try and make it as flat as I possibly can. And then, so my idea is to then cut in a little groove, and then that way I can stick a stick in that, and so it can turn like this, and then one in the top there as well, so then I can stick the stick in, and then it can swing like that, like, you know, it can turn. And then I'll just put this down here for a second, and then basically, so this will be the stick, for example, or the pole that it can turn. And then I'm going to get a stick, a branch coming off like this, and I'm going to split it, and I'll tie it on that end and tie it here, and then that way it's the start of the door. And I'll do one here, and then at the base of these I'll tie a stick to run off these two, so then it will then become a door and it can swing like that. So that's the idea anyway. Alright, so I've got this rock. And I made a little, you can see here, made a little groove where I'm gonna like, you know, make a little indentment as round as I possibly can, and made one here as well. So I'm gonna try and put it in a little bit of an indentment in here. I've cut this branch that I found in my spare pile, so that's gonna fit in there, and it just fits up there, so that should fit and work as a little, you know, should turn like that. If not, then we're gonna have to get another bloody branch. Bloody hell, look at the size of this ant. Look. Them ones, I know them ones bloody hurt when they sting. It feels like you're on fire. But, alright. So, back to it. So, I'm gonna just try and, you know, like grind out. Because I want to use my hatchet, but I don't think it's gonna work well enough. So, if I just keep doing it with this rock, that should be right. So, it's going to take a bit of muscle. I'm going to have to push down and grind pretty hard, so I'm going to have to use both hands for this. So I'll put the camera down and hopefully come back when I've got a bit of an indentment at least. Alright, so you can see I'm adding a little bit of an indentment here. It's pretty, the bottom one's good. This is perfect, but while I was trying to squeeze this under here, I noticed it started to crack. And that's the main support beam, so yeah, that's going to be fun. But this, so it turns quite easy, but I'm going to have to go in a little bit more. But the rock that I was using started to break apart, so, and I can't get my knife and hatchet in there because, yeah, so I'm gonna, might bring out like a bit of a hand drill or something, just wind it up and get a bit of a hole in there to fix that up. But yeah, as you can see, nice easy turn. So the next step is to get a branch that comes off about, I don't know, about shoulder width, and then another one that down there. So like I said, we're gonna get the branch, split it like that, then tie up, you know, where my fingers would be here, tie it up there, and yeah, hopefully that works. It works in theory. And so the door, it's not quite the central, but it's gonna be all right. So next step, find a couple of sticks that are about shoulder width and see how we go from there. Right, so we've got this stick. It's about it's about shoulder width, so leave a little bit room for the split, and because then I don't want to set it too high, because I probably could set it right at the top, eh? All right, so sit this down for a minute. So I think you guys can see that from here. If I just sit that there, now I'll get, yeah, this should do. So I'll get this log, try and centralise this split as much as I possibly can. But all this wood around here is quite dry and dead because I'm not falling any trees. Everything is from the ground, so yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't split too much. Let's just try and give it a little bit of a... Yeah, this is what I thought was going to happen. Now this is split quite a, yeah, it's quite a bit compared to what I wanted anyway. I think we can still work with it. We'll give it a shot at least. If I can get this part out here. There we go. I don't want to split it too much because then it's going to probably ruin it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can see it's splitting off on an angle. It's not as wide as I wanted it to be. Damn. It might work. We'll see how we go. Sorry you guys can't see this. Haha. Oh. Alright. Oh, I can get this to hold there for a minute. Right, so we got it on. So you can see the door opens and closes. So we'll tie that up, and then we'll get a second one down there. So I don't mind that width. It's a little shorter than what I wanted, but again, you can see the whole thing opens and closes. So get another one, do the same down the bottom. I'll tie that up, and then because I've got this branch here, so I'm hoping I can do the exact same thing with that. So we'll see how we go from there. Right, so it opens and closes. So I've got this one down here. This one's quite bad. It didn't split the way I wanted it to, and it sort of slopes down if I take this out. So once I bind this to that one up there, it should be all right. But I mean, I'll give it a crack here. So you can see, oh, it fell off, but once I bind them together, it should be nice and strong and it should be good. So I think next step is to find a stick. Let's put them back together. All right, so let's find a stick to go from here to that one, and I think we should be good. Actually, hey, look at this. I could probably use that one right there. All right, even better. Actually, this one might be too heavy. This is actually a quite heavy log compared to this. I probably should have used this as the door, the main door frame instead of that. So, oh, nah, it works. That works, look at that. Oh, it's even got a split at the top. Alright. Actually, if I split that at the top, it's not going to hold in there properly, but... Oh. Right, so I've got my line here. So I've got my camouflage line. It just makes it look a bit better. So there's not... Because I was using green, as you've seen at the start in the first video. And I cut myself an axe before, bloody clunk. But so this holds up to 100 kilos. So I'm not sure what that is in pounds, but it's quite heavy. But kangaroos is just eyeballing me. All right. So what we'll do, I think, so we'll make a little loop just so we can feed it back through like that. So that'll be our little bit of an anchor point. I think we'll get probably gonna be a bit of a length, so I reckon what, about 3-4 foot. Get my knife. Alright, so sorry I didn't show you guys what I was just doing, but I forgot to press record and I took a photo instead. So I've split this. I've got a pole, split this down here. So it's, I'll probably tie it off as a little bit, but not too much. I've got about, I don't know, 4 foot of rope just here. But then up here, I left it. So I'm gonna try and split it Actually, you know what? I might even just leave it like that, because that way then it hits this pole up here and stops, doesn't go backwards. Yeah, so we'll, you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll tie it up there and cut myself with the axe before, which is lovely. Lucky it wasn't too deep, because that would bloody hurt. And yeah, so we'll lash this together. So we'll do, won't be too big of a lashing here, so we'll just quickly make a quick little loop. There we go, nice and smooth, nice and easy. Pull it under, just so we can get a nice tight grip at the start. Pull it, there we go. So try and tie this tight as I can. I reckon, yeah, I don't mind that like that, so, but I want to go under. Oh yeah, I can. There you go. Holds that there nice and tight. So this is probably going to be somewhat temporary, because I don't know how I'm going to change up the door, because I probably will change it up a bit just to make it a little bit more secure, more waterproof after a while here. And if I can get this, now I don't know how to do an ending for a lashing, but that's nice and tight, so we'll cut that off there. Right, moment of truth, boys and girls. So we got our door. Hey, look at that. I'll set it back here so you guys can see this in full motion. Look at this, fully operational door. Now it slopes down a little bit when I turn it, so I'm gonna try. I might try and tie from here around the edge here up, maybe up and over here. So when it turns, it pulls the string tight, and that way it won't really slope down a bit. But yeah. Now this video, I don't know if it's going to be short or long, but so in the future, so I'm going to probably get some bark and I'll weave it, get some of the grass around here and weave it in together, do a bit of sewing and make a bark door, and then we'll put some walls up, put a nice wall, be nice and make it nice and clean. I want to eventually make a window, so yeah, I've got an idea. So for the window, obviously I'm going to have like the window, and then I'm thinking like a little, so the window will have a bit of rope coming up on over the top here, and then when I pull it down from the inside, the window will open up, and then when I want to close it, I just pull it back up. And I'm going to have a little hitching point for it, so it will have a spot to hold on to. So anyway, I think the next video we'll do the walls. So I don't know how this is looking at the moment. It's a bit rough, but you know, it is what it is. It's because in the end, eventually, even though it's taken me a lot of blood, not yet tears, but taking a lot of sweat out of me, but I'm gonna have to take it down in the end. So, which I'm not gonna like, but I'm gonna see how long I can have it out here before someone finds it. So, you know. But so I skipped a little bit, as you'll see in a second, because I was gonna end the video there. But then once I started, I was about to leave, and I was like, oh, I'll quickly do something on the door before I leave, and yeah, it actually turned out better than I thought it was gonna be, to be honest. So I'll turn it around so you can see. It's the lashings aren't too bad in some points at least, but it works functional, it holds, it doesn't slouch that much. So I'll drop you guys back over here so you can have a look. Easy, look at that. So I've made it, you can sort of see it up here. So this bit of string slacks off here, but then when I open it and leave it open, it pulls tight, so it doesn't slouch that much. And then with these cross beams, it's designed so once this goes tight, this string here pulls even tighter, so it like, you know, so it pulls tight, and then that cross beam, you get the point anyway. So it pulls tight. So anyway, I'm gonna leave this here. In the next video, I reckon, so what we'll do, we'll make a bark door, so like so outside of the door. So we'll get, say, some bark like this, obviously not this bark, but then we'll get it in squares as much as we can, because there's a big dead tree behind the camera here. So we'll get them in big squares like this, say, and then we'll maybe overlap it this way, and then we'll thread them together with some grass, which is actually, there's a really strong, like, needly looking grass around here. But anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Probably not as enjoyable as the first one, maybe it is, I don't know. But anyway, if you did like this, make sure you drop a like. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and comment below. Jump over on my Instagram. I've recently started posting quite a bit on there, and you'll get sneak peeks to my upcoming videos as well. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you keep watching my videos, and yeah, I hope you guys are having a very good Christmas break. For those that are working, you know, good job. And anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Woo!